Hey YouTube, it's Emma. I wanted to come and talk to you guys and share with you one of my first and most prized oracle decks. It is the QUAN YIN Oracle by Anna Fairchild. It's 44 cards in a guidebook, and it says blessings, guidance, and enlightenment from the divine feminine. And QUAN YIN is from Buddhism. She had reached enlightenment and was up to become a Buddha and, reunite with spirit, but then she heard the cries of the humans on earth, and because she had so much love and compassion for those that are downtrodden or just that feel like they're out of luck and have no compassion for themselves, she decided to stay back and show them the way to enlightenment via compassion and love and self-worth and everything like that. Even her name, QUAN YIN, it means the one who hears the cries of the world. So she's just a really great spirit to work with and really great energy to work with when it comes to self-love and just trying to regain, your self-confidence and self-worth and things like that. So anybody who's trying to work on that, I really advocate for trying to work with her. Just read her stories, and she has some really amazing stories. She's shown compassion and love to people that you'd be like, oh, okay, great. Of course they deserve compassion. And she's shown love and compassion to people you were like, I would not have handled that situation the same way. But, clearly that's just a testament to how big her heart is and, her goal and achieving her goal. So if that's something you're interested in, like I said, I would really go ahead and read some of her stories and just kind of focus on her energy and try and emulate that in your life. But this oracle deck is awesome, not only because it's a QUAN YIN oracle deck, but I really think the artwork is beautiful. That it's really something that captivates me. I always look for artwork that moves me, that just kind of speaks to my soul, because that way I feel like I can understand and it resonates better for me. Like some of her pictures, even though they're a bit dark, I still think they're beautiful. And they do have phrases and a numbering at the bottom. Like this one says Nectar of the Lotus. It's number 20. It just kind of shows the softer side of feminism. She's a very soft energy to work with. She does have some masculine energies. If you read some of her stories, they say that one of the stories states that she started off her energy as masculine, and then when she realized that women of the time didn't have the same rights as the men of that era, that her energy changed to feminine so that she could represent women and their capabilities of being Buddhas, because I think at that time in that era that they weren't seen as being capable of being Buddhas. So it just again goes to show like how great this energy is for when it's coming to working with compassion and love and reaching, like, everyone falls short sometimes, but that doesn't mean that everyone doesn't get an opportunity or can't find an opportunity or a way to right their wrongs or to change themselves. And she really shows that with the stories that she's in, with the things that she does, how she plays things out. Even in her book, in the oracle book that comes with this, the stories are very detailed, the writings are very detailed. It comes with the title of the card, it comes with an excerpt from the divine feminine, and then it goes into a healing and a prayer from QUAN YIN, a healing activity that you can do and a prayer that you can say to QUAN YIN. Personally, I'll read the excerpt and the explanation of the card and then look at the healing that is given with it, the activity, and if it resonates, then I'll go ahead and do it. And if not, then I'll find something else to do. But the prayer, I'll read it every once in a while. I'll read them every once in a while, but I don't really pray to QUAN YIN. So it's not something that I use, although I do think it's interesting that they put it in there. And I'm sure it's helpful to someone who does do that and practice that. let's see, something else that I do like about the cards is the cardstock. For the readers out there who like to shuffle, the cardstock is sturdy, but yet still flimsy and bendable, which is nice. Even if you're not a big time card shuffler and you're just looking for an oracle deck to use on like a daily, you know, occasionally when you need a good word, it's still nice to know that you're able to, you know, it's gonna hold up over time. It's not gonna wear down and break down and disintegrate on you. The other things that I don't like about this deck though, is the size. Like I'm always shuffling cards, and as much as I love this deck, I probably don't shuffle it and use it as much as I would like to, for the mere fact that it's big. Like, it's big for my hands. I really have to stretch for it. I can shuffle it. I actually had to Google a way on how to shuffle big cards in order to shuffle this deck. I feel like that way, the long way, is just better. Far be it for me to tell you how to shuffle your cards. If you spread them all around the table and pick a card like that, whatever floats your boat, however it works for you. That is the one hesitation I do have about this deck, using this deck. Also, as much as I love the book, the explanations can be really lengthy, meaning that I can look at the picture and I can read the title of it at the bottom, Call of the Dancing Crane, but I need the book in order to understand what that means. Like, I feel like even if I had a deep understanding, you know, in a world understanding of QUAN YIN, I would still need to know what the book says about it, like the explanation behind the card. So that's kind of, it's not disappointing, but it's just like I can't be as intuitive as I want to be. I have to take time out to read the excerpt and to get an understanding, and then have spirit, you know, point out to me what's important, what needs to be said, and then be able to give my understanding of the card and be able to implement it into the spread or into that person's life or my life. But another thing that I would have liked probably would have been, maybe instead of just the title of the card, for it to have an explanation or a small excerpt or a phrase or a quote. So in case I just had my cards, or in case I just need to do a quick pull for someone, or God forbid, like I lose the book, you know, or something happens to it, I would still be able to use the cards. I'd still say Mother Fierce, and it would have an excerpt underneath of it, or a quote or a phrase, and I would be able to pull from that and get some information or guidance from that. Other than that though, this deck is a staple in my collection. I typically use it as a one card pull. It does have spreads in here. It does have, I think, maybe two or three spreads in here. 3 card spreads, and then a couple of ones that have different layouts for different things. But typically when I use it, because the explanations are so long, I'll use 1 to 2 maximum when reading these cards, because I can read it and just pull the information that I need from it. And I typically use these cards for people, or when I myself am feeling, you know, a little blue. I need a word, I need some guidance, I need some reassurance in my life. I need that loving, comforting feeling. Sometimes you need somebody to like kick your butt and say, hey, get up, do this, do better. Sometimes you need someone to say, you know, it's okay, things are tough right now, I know, but you're gonna get through it, you're gonna prevail. Or, hey, I know, you know, that things are down and out, but this is for your betterment, this is for a change and for overcoming, things like that. Or, hey, you needed to, or even if it's a, you know, a nice nasty, like you really need to get yourself together, you really need to try and do better. Because not every time that you need a word from spirit needs to be harsh, or it needs to be rude, but not every time it needs to be super soft and overly done either. So of course pick your decks accordingly. But I really do like working with QUAN YIN. I don't work with her as much as I used to for myself personally, just because I'm in a different area of my life. I'm more of an attack and go. I need the kick in the butt energy right now. But I do have days when I just need love, extra love. I need to show myself extra compassion, allow myself to feel. And she's the perfect energy for that. She really is. She's very matronly, very loving, very, I'm your friend, it's okay, we're gonna get through this together. And I have nothing but a high recommendation for her, rated 5 stars. The book, the ratings in the book, they are, even though they are lengthy, they're really good, they're very detailed, so you can't take anything away from that. Perhaps maybe just when you go through the cards, highlight the different areas that you need. So that way, if you pull this card again, you can pinpoint exactly what it is that you need to get from that card. And that might help a lot, condense time a little with using them. But thank you so much for stopping by and listening to my review of this deck. I hope that it's inspiring. I hope you all go out, and if this is something that you're looking for, this is the type of energy you're hoping to work with, that you go out and get this deck and start utilizing it, and that it changes your life. All right, stop back in, and please also check out my Instagram. It's also Wonderland Reading, so just type that into the search bar and follow, and I'll follow you back. All right, thanks, have a great day, bye.